You absolutely loved these Dollar Tree makeovers I did in my last video. So today we are back at the Dollar Tree to find more items that we can give high-end makeovers for spring. Y'all gonna love it. Let's get started. Minis are so popular right now, so I am always on the lookout for them. These foam mini carrots are not that cute, but I know I can make them look so much better. For sure, the first thing we need to do is remove that pathetic greenery that came with the carrots, and then I took the Baby's Twilight bush that is available on my website and just cut off a few sprigs of it and then glued it into the hole at the top of the carrot. That already looks so much better, but we're going to totally transform this. So I grabbed some black paint. This is Fusion Coal Black. I had a little visitor while I was working, and I painted the entire thing black. The greenery, the carrot, everything. Then I took my Dixie Belle gold gilding wax in an antique gold. Then you're going to dry brush that gold onto the entire piece. The black was just a base to give us a dark background to put our gold on top of, and look, now it looks like a little brass figurine, and you can do this technique with anything. So I went through my kids' toys and I found this pheasant and this goose, and I did the same thing. Painted them black, went back over it with the antique gold gilding wax, and now they look like little brass figurines. But if you don't want a brass look and you just want some cute vintage looking mini carrots, then you can change out the greenery. Grab this Dixie Belle paint in the color terracotta and paint that bright orange foam. And you're going to have some cute, precious little tiny carrots. Groupings of items look so cute in apothecary jars or in cloches. So that's exactly what I did with these mini carrots. I just put them in a little cloche and I thought they looked adorable. And you can never have enough brass mini figurines. They just look so cute everywhere. But if you have a letter press tray that you're collecting minis for, these fit in there perfectly. And they also look amazing just laying on a book. So I hope this gave you a great idea on how you could take anything and make it look like a vintage brass piece. You can find tapered candles pretty much anywhere, and I personally love using them in my decor. I was looking for wholesale items and saw these blue and white candles, and I thought, I wonder if I could DIY those myself. So I grabbed some white tissue paper and an IOD stamp that I thought would look really pretty on the candles. This one has lots of flowers on it, and I was, definitely going for a spring theme. I stamped it 3 times just to make sure it would be long enough for the candle, and then I picked another floral from this stamp to do the other candle. You want to trim it down, but you do want to leave a little bit of excess tissue paper to work with. I grabbed my Mod Podge and put it on the front of the candle, and then put the stamped tissue paper on top of the candle, and then I trimmed off all of the excess tissue paper. The stamp didn't go around the entire taper candle, but it did cover the front and the side, so I was good with that. Now I decided to heat gun it just, I don't know, to see what happens, y'all. Of course, it melted the wax, but the wax came through the tissue paper, giving it this really seamless look, almost like I had printed this on here, which is exactly what I was going for. I was pretty excited at this point and wanted to experiment a little. So I thought, could I just stamp directly on the candle? So I grabbed another stamp. I love this one because it has birds and trees. I added the China white ink and I just rolled my candle right over the stamp. It did not come out as good as I had hoped. I don't think the ink was really sticking to the wax, but I love the image. So I grabbed some tissue paper and Mod Podged it on here, and look how beautiful this came out. Then I thought, what about colored candles? How would that look? I decided to go tone on tone here. So I grabbed a green candle, green ink, stamped the white tissue paper. Then I put it on the green candle. Oh, this color is so pretty. But I love blue too, so I wanted to try a blue candle as well with the blue ink. Now, when I went to heat gun, what was happening was that my stamp was totally disappearing, but I thought it looked really cool. So at the top and the bottom, I heat gunned it. That way all the edges would kind of be seamless, and it kind of gave it this like old distressed look. I am obsessed, and I really want to try more things. I mean, can we put transfers on here? I have so many ideas. Tapered candles with a design on them could be really expensive. This is so much more affordable and so much more fun. And I have so many more ideas. Y'all leave me a comment if y'all have one for these candles. I started this project to do a blue and white candle, but I'm glad I decided to experiment a little because I am just really obsessed with how these colored ones came out. Y'all need to run to the frame section at the Dollar Tree because they have some cute stuff out. I love these arched frames. They just need embellishments, but that is easy peasy because I can make embellishments. This is the IOD Blossom Mold, which is full of different little branches and florals, so it's going to be perfect for this project. I'm going to use the Amazing Casting Resin. It comes in parts A and B, and you just mix them equally and then pour them into your mold, and it sets in about 10 minutes. And all of the molds and the resin is available on my website, DIYS.com. When the resin turns white, you can pop it out of the mold and it's ready to use. Now, when you first take it out, you will be able to bend it around. So if you want to put it on something curved, this is the time to do it. But once it fully cures, it will be hard. I love using resin because it really captures all of the beautiful details in these IOD molds. And I'm going to take all of the pieces that I just created and figure out how I want to arrange them on these frames. Once I like the way everything looks, I'm going to hot glue them to the frames. There are tons of arch frames at the store right now with fancy embellishments on it. So I wanted to do something a little bit different, a little bit more of a spring vibe with these flowers and these branches, and have them going up and around the frame. But you could totally change up this look just by using different molds or different colors than what I'm going to use. This is just inspiration and you can have fun with it and do it in your own way. I want the base color on this piece to be all the same, so I took my Fusion paint in the color Coal Black, and I'm just going to paint all of the molds that I put on here. You can paint them if you want ahead of time, but it doesn't matter if it gets on the frame, everything is black. I really like the way that these look all one color, so I may do this project again and paint it a brighter spring color, but for this project I decided to go with a darker, moodier look that is more in style right now. I'm using the Dixie Belle gilding wax in the color Antique Gold, and I'm just lightly brushing it over the entire piece because I don't want the whole thing to be gold. I just want gold embellishment, so I just played with it until I got the look that I wanted. And there is never a shortage of picture frames at the thrift store, so you can add these embellishments to any frame that you find. Now for the artwork, I love finding books at the thrift store that have beautiful images that we can take out and frame. So this is a whole book of Monet's paintings. So I'm just going to look through it and find the perfect moody spring pictures that we can put into our frames. And as you can see, I'm only using a small piece of the painting, so you don't need to use the whole image. You can just find something you like and frame that little piece. There is no way that you can tell me that these frames look like they came from the Dollar Tree. I just love the look of the branches coming off the frames, and the gold and the black just give it such a high-end look. I would love to do more of these and try different paint colors and different paint techniques. If you have any ideas, definitely drop them in the comments. These $6 resin bunnies at Dollar Tree are so cute, and I have an endless amount of ideas for them. The first thing we got to do is remove this bow because it is making it look like a $6 bunny. This is made of resin, but it has that basket texture, so I was like, why don't we make it look like a basket? I'm using Fusion paint in the color Algonquin, which is a light brownish color. Fusion paint is going to be perfect for this because it has a built-in sealer, so we don't have to worry about it rubbing off on the steps we're going to do after this. You're going to want to make sure your piece is totally dry before moving on to the next step. I'm going to take my secret weapon, the Dixie Belle Van Dyke Brown Glaze, and I'm going to put it on the entire piece. It is a little bit more watery than paint, which is great because it goes on really easy and covers really well. So this step did not take long at all. I put the glaze on the entire piece, and then I grabbed a dry paper towel and I just wiped off all of the excess so that that darker glaze is going to stay in the shadows and the details, and then that lighter color is going to stay on top, and that's going to give us that dimensional look to make it look like a real basket. So you can kind of do this with any color. You just want one lighter color and one darker color. This is what it looks like once the antiquing glaze is wiped back, but the antiquing glaze will kind of change that Algonquin color. So to add another layer, I took my brush with Algonquin on it. There's very little paint on here, and I just dry brushed the entire piece, and that's going to add another layer, another dimension. So it's all about picking two paint colors and continuing to layer them to hopefully get this realistic look. So y'all let me know if y'all think that I achieved that. Now, we cannot leave this little bunny naked. We have to add a bow. Any color will look good, but I decided to go with blue velvet. Y'all know I love anything that looks like a basket, so I really like how this piece came out. And I think a blue velvet bow just instantly makes everything look so much more high-end. And if this is a look you would love to recreate, don't forget that all the paint and supplies is available on my website, juliesdesignsandsigns.com, and be sure to follow along for more DIYs. That is the end of today's video. Thank y'all so much for watching. Please leave a comment below and let me know what was your favorite project, and also let me know what kind of projects y'all would like to see in the future on my channel. And don't forget that all the paint, products, supplies, and home decor can be found on my website, juliesdesignsandsigns.com. Y'all have a great day, and I will see y'all next time with another DIY home decor video.